Hello, everyone. Welcome to Success Studio Live. My name is Tara LaFon Gooch. Just in a moment, I will be joined by my VP of Sales and Marketing, Rihan. So happy to have him on the team. Hey guys, we're going to be talking about seven-figure LinkedIn strategy. You're going to want to watch this because there are a lot of people out there on LinkedIn right now who are very talented. They've got a lot of potential, but there's something missing. So what is that, right? And we're going to be looking into that. But first, before I get started, drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from, what city or state, what country if you're outside the United States. I love hearing from people from all over the globe. So drop some comments, show some love. Let me know where you're watching from. Hello, my friends are turning up. Hello, hello. And we've got CT, nice, Marco, wonderful. But I also want to know how long you've been a member of LinkedIn. How long have you been on this platform? Let us know. So before we get started, without further ado, there's Andrew. I love Andrew. You guys are so awesome. And of course, Shri is from Holland. Before we get started, guys, the number one thing I want you to take away from this LinkedIn strategy session is that strategy is key, right? Strategy is key. Think about this. If you're a professional sports team, let's say, and you go onto the field and you don't have strategy, you don't have a coach, what happens? Well, how can you expect to win, right? The same thing goes with building your personal brand, with showing up online, with being on LinkedIn. Having a strategy is absolutely the key to winning any game, even the content game, even the LinkedIn game, even the social media game. So, Rihan, if you're there and are available, we would love to hear from you. We've got Bobby Jackson coming in. And we have, so Bobby has been on LinkedIn for 6 years, active about 8 months. I hear that a lot. Absolutely. And Rihan, if your video is working, go ahead and put on video for me. And we will get you pulled in here. There we are. All right. So Rihan, everybody. Round of applause for Rihan. Welcome him to my team, please. Guys, show him some love. Rihan and I have been connected here on LinkedIn for a while. How we met, it was a LinkedIn live show just like this, and you commented and you left a really genuine comment and started a really genuine relationship. And then after that, we had a Zoom call and we were talking about our favorite books. You showed me your authentic side. And then your thought leadership. I was really impressed with it automatically and it stuck out to me. And I remember your favorite book is The Art of War. Is that right? Is that right? Do I have that right?
Exactly. Sun Tzu, Art of War. That's right.
It's like strategy is kind of like the art of war, right?
The
Sometimes.
warrior strategies. Actually, it's called the Bible of business as well. Currently, it's been the centuries now, but the everything that is written, the word to word, if you apply on your business, if you apply on your job, personal life, you will feel that everything is truth in that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But I liken this to a sport, you have to show up. That's number one. But I'm going to first, before we talk about a LinkedIn seven-figure strategy, I want to talk about what not to do on LinkedIn, how not to make seven figures, how not to make six figures, or $1 at all. I see a lot of really great creators out there producing a lot of valuable content sometimes, but they don't engage, right? They don't engage with others. They're not building meaningful relationships or connections. That's a way to not make seven figures. You have to build community. You have to build that reciprocity. Here's another way not to make seven figures. Again, you don't show up. You're not top of mind awareness with your audience. What about this? Here's another way. You just regurgitate content that's really not original. It's not thought leadership content. It doesn't add value. All of these things come to mind, but here's another big one, Rehan. I don't know how you feel about this, but your profile maybe
Exactly.
is looks like a static resume page. That's another good way to not gain traction on LinkedIn. What do you think, my friend?
I see people, I even see people that the profile picture, they thought, mostly the people thought that LinkedIn is like Facebook, Instagram, like they can put a selfie on and the background and all that stuff. It's not something. Just a while ago, we were talking and I shared something with Hera. That's I got approached by a person regarding the same sort of sales thing, and I accidentally asked about the LinkedIn, the power of LinkedIn and all that. So she said that she created the LinkedIn account in 2011. So as soon as she said that, I thought that it is going to be perfect. Must be uh, 50K connections, must be the perfect content, and everything must be there. And as soon as she told me that I just got recovered by clicking on forget the password, and as soon as she showed me the count, it was just 12 connections. Right. Surprisingly, she didn't know that the power of LinkedIn, and definitely the one thing that you shared, how not to build the 6 or 7 figures. So this is one of the reasons how not to by not doing anything. So people take LinkedIn as I see so many posts coming on every day as soon as you open your eyes in the morning, and the first thing that we mostly do is not going for the emails, but yes, to check that the post that we shared yesterday, what are the outcome of that post, right? And the things we were sharing earlier last week, is there anyone who saw just now and who is engaging and sharing some insights? The most important thing, whatever business you do, the most important thing is, if you're wrong, if you're right, right? You need to accept. For example, if someone is mentioning that you are doing this and this and that, that's totally wrong. You must not do it, this and that. So you must have guts to accept that. That is the most important thing. You are doing a job, you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are a computer scientist, you are whatever in the world. You are doing a business, anything. If you do not have that kind of courage and guts to accept that you did that wrong, exactly, you cannot grow. There are so many quotes I can quote you as well, that you learn from your mistakes, you get even more experience with your mistakes, that we can quote so many things, right? So one of the things that people don't want to have that 6 or 7 figures. Why? Because they are not having that bigger vision. First of all, you need to have the vision. If the vision is there, exactly nothing is impossible for you. Unless you do not have a vision, you do not have a target, exactly you won't reach anywhere. So the basic thing everyone is missing, even we miss sometimes in so many fields. Maybe the things I know, maybe you must know, don't know that. The things you are perfect in, I won't be. That is something exactly acceptable, right? So one thing that we need to make sure is, first of all, accepting and learning. If you're perfect in something, I won't feel any kind of shame or any kind of oddness that I should not ask from you. Like people even feel they don't feel comfortable asking that. If you can guide me on that, they don't feel comfortable. Why? Because they feel that they thought they do not have a vision. One thing is clear. And the second thing, they are afraid of growing. They don't really appreciate the growth. How you can grow? Like remember the first day when you were born, like day by day, every day. Even I would say the topic that we have, even the personal branding, when you were a kid, when you were a baby, a toddler, actually you started building your own brand from there by crying. You built a brand. Your product was crying. You cried. So your mother was, this was your advertisement, right? You were crying and your mother saw the ad and she straight away responded. She bought that, right? She bought the product that right now you're hungry or you're thirsty.
Yeah.
So you sold your first product as soon as even you were not having the concept what is personal branding, what is it called? Even maybe you do not have the even spelling of what is LinkedIn. From that day, from that day you're doing it. Exactly, this means this is not something new. These things are from a very long time.
Yep.
If you read history, if you read geography, whatever you do, every single field, the people who are successful, they build a personal brand first, right? It helps them grow, it helps them to be more viral. If you're doing something in your garage right now, so how would your neighbors know that you're doing something? You have to make the personal brand by making so much noise, by hammering it that you are building something right now. The construction can go with so much noise, so people know that we do not have to follow that road because that road is under construction, that road is not built yet. These are the things, very basic things that we need to make sure. First thing, as you even mentioned earlier, Thara, the profile and the
Yes.
picture, it
Yes.
plays the utmost important part. Even the LinkedIn, if you go for Facebook, and I would say even I thought everyone have a different thought. Maybe you can disagree with this as well. Even if you're using Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever platform, you do not have, you don't need to have the selfie, right? It's actually your picture shows your approach, right? So whatever you have wrote on the profile, it plays the important role. The other day, someone approached me. I got a request, and as soon as I saw that, honestly, I was not ready to accept it. Why? The picture was looking like it was the 1960s, right?
That's a
One,
big one. Yes.
yeah. And as soon as, okay, like let me ignore the picture. I thought of it. Maybe the picture is not good. Maybe there can be something even more catchy. What I saw that I checked the outline, the tagline of the LinkedIn. Even that was pathetic, I would say. Let me be very honest. It was pathetic. Why? What she was doing, it was totally against that in the profile. If you're a
Mm.
doctor, but in the profile you mentioned that you are a laptop repair engineer, so these both things are not making sense to anyone. So how would people buy? So if playing and using and utilizing the algorithm of LinkedIn, you need to be make sure first of all content, the secondary part. Everything comes at second. The first main thing you can catch your audience is going to be your profile and the optimization of your profile. If your profile is that much, right, exactly, you are going to get approached by the people you want to catch. Even you do not have to go to them. They will be coming you. They will be coming to you even day by day. Open your LinkedIn every day, post a relevant content. I just shared a post day before yesterday about the same thing, that you must take 30 minutes every day. Everyone have time. We can manage it, right? Why? You are done with your profile optimization. You are done with your profile picture. You are done with every single experience and skills, the certifications, educational background, everything is done. Now the part comes is going to be your content. Content is done. It must be relevant to your audience. It must be showing the clear picture. What are you selling, or what are you giving, or what are you going to deliver? It must be relevant to that. Okay, this part is done. Now the fifth part, the most important. Now it is the time to follow and to be intact with the industry professionals, people who have bigger audience, the audience that you want, right? I even mentioned few individuals as well that I actually follow. You are one of them. Why? Because whenever I see the content, you cannot read the whole book, honestly. First of all, the title must be very good. So people don't take interest right now. It's time of multimedia content. People mostly watch videos and everything is clear, so they don't bother about anything to read out, right? So the same thing is you must engage with others' content as well. It is like an invitation to them, so they can come to you to engage with your content. Otherwise, no one will bother unless One thing, there is a person, even I don't know the name now. uh, he actually hanged postcards and he writes sort of things that clap for others unless it's your time. So it is same the vice versa. You must appreciate others, right? And in the current time, it's selling is that much easy. It's that much simple and easy. But meantime, at the same time, it's that much creative and critical as well. It needs your mind to think over the things that needs to be done, what to do, and what not to do. So these are very basic things you have to do.
I
Right? Are you
agree.
going to say something? Yeah.
I agree with that. It's so you hit on a lot of really good topics here, but number one, everybody that's listening right now, optimize your profile. If you don't know how to do that, reach out to Rehan or I and we'll get you set up, okay? We want to help people. And here's why. Your profile is your landing page. And the expression I use, Jeff Bezos, ex Amazon CEO, right? Everybody knows him. He has this quote that's attributed to him that says your brand is what people say about you when you're not in the room. And that's true. But in this digital age, your brand actually walks in the room before you. And what do I mean by that? Well, before people go to do business with you, before there's an exchange of money, before there's even forget about money, before there's an exchange of trust, what do? They look you up on Google, they look you up on LinkedIn. If your LinkedIn profile doesn't resonate, and then if the content you put out doesn't make sense with strategy, and if your network is not aligned with your goals, well, guess what? It's not going to make sense for the buyer either, and it's going to create distrust. And all of this, by the way, happens on a subconscious level with people. But they see these alignments, if you will, this lack of congruency with branding, with the way you show up on social media, and that misalignment, that lack of congruency. What it leads to is a lack of trust. And the last time I checked, I don't know about you, Rehan, but last time I checked, nobody that's ever not trusted me has given me $1. I'll tell you that right now. You have to build trust first before you can make relationships, and certainly before you can make money. Don't you agree?
I completely agree. This is it. So definitely the business starts with the trust. No one trusts you, no one will do business with you. There is a very famous quote. If they trust you, they will do the business with you, right? First of all, you need to build a conversation. The main thing is going to be on the trust. If there is no trust, you cannot sell. Even if you have a needle to sell, no value at all of the needle, but people won't buy. People won't pay penny for it. Why? Trust is not there. First of all, to gain the trust, you need to avoid few things. You need to actually adopt few things. It's going vice versa, the parallel way. You have to select, you have to even ignore. Even there is a famous quote I actually read in a book that was about a knowledge, that the knowledge is not whatever you are learning. You don't need to accept. The person who's having wisdom, he's the one who is smart enough, who knows what to ignore, what not to learn, what not to see, what not to watch, what not to read. Even there is a content, negative, positive, you can see. So the wisdom comes with the experience, right? It does not have anything related to the degree or whatever, but yes, it comes with your experience, setbacks where you got. You do something, you take a startup, and you got a setback, you got a failure. You need to visualize first of all. The main thing is the visualize. If you don't visualize at all, do not accept. Nothing is going to be changed unless you, the person itself, is not going to be changed. So
Yeah.
it starts with you, right? And it ends with you. It's only you all the time that will make the difference, whatever you do. So these are very basic things, right? That we always need to make sure. And there were a few points actually I wrote, and I would love to share if people who are watching us, because I appreciate them. Thank you so much. I read a message of Trevor, by the way, when he said you are on the calendar. I love it. He said it again. So yeah, it's wonderful. It's wonderful to see the actually this is something that even give us a better push, do something for us, to do something for others as well. So these people, the audience, they make a leader, they make up, even they take you down as well if you are not doing good, if you're wrong somewhere. So that's their right. They have every single right. The people who are watching you. So we have already talked about the profile optimizations. We have talked about the basic things, content and all that approaching on, right? And the other thing, basic thing. Do one thing sometimes the people are watching. The best thing, even I'm sure Tara, you must agree with me as well. In the current time, the video content is so much important. Like
Yes.
we,
Yes.
it, we must agree with this. Honestly, we do
Can I
sometimes a week a week. What are your
absolutely
thoughts?
I just want to say one quick thing about that.
Mhm.
Video content. People get hung up on views, right? Sometimes video content doesn't get a ton of views. So people stop doing them. Don't
Exactly.
don't pay attention to the views as much. I'm telling everybody right now who's watching this, there is nothing more authentic and vulnerable than seeing someone on camera. Take this exchange, for example, Rihan. This is live. It's not
Mhm.
scripted, right? How much
Exactly.
more authentic and vulnerable could we be? And you're, for anybody that says, oh, this just doesn't get enough views, well, guess what it does get? Loyal
Mhm.
views. I would rather have 100 or 300 loyal views that people actually do business with me and actually engage with me and actually trust me than 1,000 or 3,000 people who don't interact with me ever again. Right? What do you think about that?
Exactly. Yeah, this is it. Exactly, this is it. I would say this is one of the pillars. It
Yes.
plays an important role. One of the pillars is it plays an important role in anything you share and people. I don't know why actually we people are social media has changed everything a lot. I'm not talking about the LinkedIn, right? Because LinkedIn have different trends. If I talk about the TikTok right now, if I talk about Instagram and Facebook, YouTube, right? So the content there is so much content. Again, I said I will recode the last thing I said. You must understand what to ignore. That is the basic point, right? You
Yeah.
will have a lot of things coming in front of you, but you need to decide what to ignore and what to accept. I was talking about the content, the the changes in the we right now we are in 2023. Like massive inventions have been done here. AI is actually taking everything right now. We
Yeah.
must agree with this, right? Even we are utilizing it, even for a good purpose, but yes, we can use it for a bad purpose as well. So the content that you see on any platform, it's not mandatory if you see a bad content to respond to it, right? Simultaneously, what you can see is see that if they are creating this, right? And there are so many views, people are even engaging to that bad content that you hate. It means there is a lot more room available for you. You can do that, utilize that room, be the more smartest in the room. If people can appreciate that content that you dislike and you don't really appreciate that, it means there is a room available for you. Now it's up to you. Now it's totally up to you that what you need to do, right? First of all, before doing anything, you need to learning, and till you are dead, learning never ends. So
Yes.
keep learning. We had a very first, remember you quoted the first meeting that we had. I remember the coffee chat. It was amazing. Like it was something accidentally we met, right? And honestly, we had a wonderful conversation about the box, right? So why we were actually understanding each other on that time? Why? Because we were having a few of the same interests. And day by day, as soon as we started knowing each other, We know that we totally have a same mindset. And now we are working together. It means, look, that how things change. If you're willing and if you have that learning, if you have that mindset, the vision, then things can be on the track anytime.
Absolutely.
So do not ignore LinkedIn. Honestly, I
No.
wrote so many times that LinkedIn is a bigger dinosaur, right? It can eat every species, every small species. Easy to
Let's
eat
hear
like
it.
that. It's a bigger dinosaur. Even that dinosaur does not exist, but yes, it's here is LinkedIn. So you can eat, you can hunt every species. You can put your foot on any species. It's easy. You can eat with your mouth. You have so many things to do. But
Yeah.
again, utilizing it, right? You are
Yep.
having a product business, right? Utilize it. You
Yep.
are having a service model, utilize it. You are a coach, you're a mentor, you are having any single product, right? Utilize it. If you don't know, I would suggest you come to Tara. Tara is the one. What Tara is
Absolutely.
doing is
Yeah.
right now what we are doing, Tara.
That's right.
We
What
are
what
we
we're
can
doing.
learn few things. What we are doing. This is our job, right? This is what we are supposed to do, and we are meant to do it, and we really mean it. So, if you have any kind of difficulty, you don't know how to use these kind of stuff, right? How to utilize LinkedIn, how to make your personal brand. Honestly, it's not that I'm working with you, Tara. Even when we were not working together, I was always appreciating you offline, and I was always appreciating you online as well. Why? Because when you're right, you don't have to sell something. People will come to you by itself. So this is what I saw in you. So this is what I recommend the viewers and anyone who can see the video later on as well. If you are having any difficulty, right? There is even the barcode. You can see the personal branding program. You can scan this barcode, contact me, reach out to me anytime. I'm up 24 hours, right? I don't sleep. That's not a good habit at all. Again, inspired by LinkedIn, maybe I'm becoming a dinosaur now. So these things you always and always need to make sure. Come to Tara, reach out to me. Any questions? You have any difficulty, any confusion? This is it, right?
Yes.
There is a very famous quote, right? Very much famous quote. I must quote it here. The best investment you can do is the investment on yourself, right? If I,
Absolutely.
if I can just buy a minute from you is, if I remember I was a kid, it's years ago now, right?
Hmm.
I remember the day, I remember the date, I remember the year. I have a good memory. That's why maybe. So it was 2008, right? When I started my first job. I was in the eighth standard. And you know what? How I learned the skill that we call graphic designing,
How's that?
right? I learned it by buying a book of 20 cents from a roadside bookstall, right? It was just of 20 cents on that time. I bought that book and I learned it reading that book. Every day I was trying to read one page. Day by day, the stamina was getting built, so I came to two pages. When my mind accepts that this is doable, very much possible, and I was building my interest into it according to the learning that I had previously and my passion into it. Honestly, the book I completed it was just 25 days. I completed that book, and one of my cousins, I would say, he recommended me to someone that you can do the business and you can do the job first of all with them. And as soon as he interviewed me, he said that it was not just a verbal interview, it was an activity. He said that there is a customer, you must go and deal that customer. He's having an order of a design. If you can design that, it will be fine. We can hire you. I said, that's okay. This is fine enough. So I was sitting down on the computer and straight away I started doing it. The customer started telling me that he needs this and design and all that stuff. So it took me 35 minutes to build the brand, right? Whatever there was a design on the tools that we have for designing. I created it and it was perfect. My owner of that company, he called me. He said that, how did you learn this? I said, I learned it from the book. He said, everything is perfect, wonderful, I appreciate it, but remember one thing. You know, the people working there right now in this room, what is the difference between you and them is you are perfect in what you have created, but in 35 minutes, they are perfect with the time management skill. They must have done it in just 10 to 15 minutes. So, if you want to compete with them, you must learn how to do the things timely.
Yeah,
So, he told me that the time management on that day. So, I remember that how important is the time management. So, this is it. So, you can learn the things, you have experts right now. You have Tara, approach Tara anytime. I see Tara, one of the person, she's so busy into the task. But again, whenever I responded, I have reached out to Tara. Tara always responded straight away. So this is that much passion Tara have, right? You can reach out to Tara anytime, reach out to me anytime. And honestly, we can straight away respond to you. You are having difficulties building your personal brand. You have difficulties having the LinkedIn strategies and all the stuff, right? So here is the person in front of you, Tara. He's the one reading almost. I thought the book is completed.
that's right. Absolutely. Thank you so much for that. But it's I didn't always have a personal brand. So I want to just give some inspiration, a little bit more inspiration to everybody who's watching. I just really cracked the LinkedIn egg in 2022, guys, early 2022. But I put a lot of time and energy into it, and I studied it, and I showed up consistently, and I built my expertise. But along with that, I also built a network that, again, knows, likes, and trusts me, right? I built content every single day. I showed up consistently. I stayed top of mind awareness. And then on top of that, I built other income streams. But it started with LinkedIn first. I don't think I could have written a book without LinkedIn or had people buy it without LinkedIn. I don't think I could have started public speaking without LinkedIn because I got all my opportunities for public speaking right here on this platform. I don't know if I would have been a successful business owner without this platform. Honestly, it started with LinkedIn, but I had to show up and I had to do it in different ways. I had to write content. I had to write blogs. I had to write newsletters. I had to do video posts, right? I had to do a couple of different things. I think we might have lost Rehan. But anyway, guys, show up often. Oh, he's back. Show up often, and stay top of mind. But the only way you can make a dollar on this platform or anywhere else is if people trust your personal brand, if there's congruency, if they like you, if you're authentic. And if you're not willing to do those things, then you're going to waste some time on this platform. If you want to maximize your time, just like what you were saying, Rihan, it's you can take that time management skill and apply it to LinkedIn too, right? It
Yeah.
could take you a day to do something, or it can take you 5 minutes. Which do you want to learn? So, LinkedIn personal branding and the program that we have is not how to do things the most complicated way. It's how to do them the simplest way that gets the maximum amount of results in the shortest amount of time. My goal is to walk you guys through with this program. So this program has videos that you do on your own time and worksheets and things that help you with your profile, with content strategy, etc. But then we also meet once a week as a group cohort, and it aids in deeper learning on subjects covered in the LinkedIn personal branding program in the videos. So we'll go over profile hot seats, and I'll look at everybody's profile, and then we will see where our deficiencies, right? We'll do that. We'll also go over social selling and the art of conversation. Then we'll go over networking with decision makers, top decision makers, right? Again, I went from somebody that nobody knew to being connected up with CEOs from companies, Olympic athletes, people from all sorts of areas of life that I would have never thought of because of this platform, and networking intelligently with them, how to communicate effectively online, and how to create content that pulls in and grabs attention from aligned people, not just any and all attention. So, to be very clear, I don't show people how to get views, I show you how to close deals. I want to repeat that one more time because I just want to make sure everybody understands this. There's a big difference between just general impressions and views and making money and pulling that in and monetizing that. I don't just teach general views and how to be some influencer that makes no money. I teach you how to create that and make wealth for yourself. And if that's something that you guys are interested in, and I know it is, you're probably going to want to invest in yourself and not waste time and really maximize what you got. So think about that. But guys, reach out to us if you have any thoughts, any questions. I'm more than happy to hop on a discovery call with anybody. But Rihan, any closing thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, I would just suggest everyone not to waste time on anything, right? Reach out to us, and it's not just simply I'm saying it with this thing that we are working, but yes, something that is perfect, you must get that right away, right? So this personal branding program has a lot of powerful things that you have to learn right now. Again, I can recode the same thing again. Sometimes you need to invest. I remember I thought I shared with you, Thara, as well. There was a person still in my contacts on LinkedIn as well. She said that she learned and she invested $5,500 on a coaching program, and it helps. Why? Because it has worth, right? It was having worth. That is why the person who composed something, it means he is giving that hard work, right? So the same thing for the personal branding program. So do not miss it. Before, I would suggest, and I would again emphasize on this thing again. Before you're waiting someone else to buy it for someone else to come and take it first, be the first one, right? Do not ignore this, and there is a lot of things that you need to learn. Even I have to learn a lot of things from this. I have to learn a lot of things from Tara, right? So this is the simplest thing. Do not ignore this program.
Yeah,
Take it as soon as possible you can. Even do not wait for the next day, right?
yeah.
So it wouldn't be a good thing. For example, if you die tomorrow but you don't have this program today, so let's take it today. So at least before dying, take the step, right?
That's right.
This is the- There is a lot of things, honestly, jokes apart, but yes, it has potential.
Yeah.
And as soon as people will jump into this, I can tell you guys that you are going to be the master of it. Why? Because I know Tara, I know what worth and potential this program is having. So just take it, reach out to me, reach out to Tara anytime, and we are ready to help you out in there, right? Do not miss this opportunity because why? It is again a greatest achievement right now, I would say, Terra is having and sharing with everyone else. This program is the one. This entity is something I would say you need to utilize it now, guys. So straight away, do not think any second thought. Do not get your mind to be diverted into any other thing, any other program, any other program. You do not have to do that. Straight away, come, jump in, and within the first meeting, I can bet you on, guys, within the first meeting, you will see a change when you will see the proper track that this is how it is going to be done. You can see that, okay, this is having potential. And I can tell you again, honestly, you will be waiting for the next meeting to be coming.
Yep.
Why? Because definitely you will be having that much mind and power After learning this, you will see and understand, okay, this is something you need to learn right now, and you wasted your previous time. You should have taken it earlier. So I can tell you guys, be open, reach out to me. You have any kind of confusions regarding this program, reach out to me. I'm up for this, and we are ready to help you guys, right?
Yep, that sounds
Invest
great.
in yourself. Yeah, exactly. So if you want to earn a dollar, you must invest in yourself first, how to learn and how to earn it. So this is it, Tara,
That's right.
and it's perfect, perfect.
I love it. Yep, you've got to invest in yourselves, right? It's important to be coachable, to be teachable, and to learn from somebody who's already done it. There's no point in wasting time. I think just to wrap up, I think I first, logged into LinkedIn, maybe it was around 2012, and I didn't really do anything with it. What I wouldn't have given if somebody could have taken me on a journey and told me about personal branding then, I don't know where I would be, right? I would be so much farther ahead. So this program, it teaches you how to build on LinkedIn, build your personal brand, LinkedIn strategy, content, etc. But I also have a bonus episode in here, a bonus module, how to engineer your celebrity. So if you sign up for this program, I include that bonus module in there, how to engineer your celebrity. And what that does is it actually shows you how to get in front of reporters, just like I do. So if you want to learn how to do that, guys, it's right here. It'll save you a lot of time and money, and you'll get so much more success out of it. So thank you all so much for tuning in today. We appreciate you, Rehan and I. Again, he's my VP of Sales and Marketing. He's awesome. But let us know if we can help you in any way with your journey on LinkedIn or personal branding or otherwise. We will talk to you soon. Thank you all. Bye.